To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to.
Even throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. And he is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pacheco is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Driven him down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score, Chiefs 7, Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
throwing,
7.
dart. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Dart's pass. Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. To throw is Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Scannaboo. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Dart. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing his Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Dart. Robinson's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Ready? Cowboy 80s, go!
Dart. And They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatteroo from 17 yards out. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. So on this drive, the rookie leads them into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that has reestablished some confidence in him to run this offense.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes now to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. Fighting down past the 45. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 15. My turn.
Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Bunker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Giants 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Dart. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Dart. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Johnson with a reception. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Dart going to look to throw here. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Giants 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Looking to throw, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket. And get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's not 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Giants 7. Harrison Butker to kick
Now
off
after the
Kansas
touchdown,
City.
here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it will be tipped up and picked off.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Out of the gun, here's Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Theo Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Giants are able to claw one back. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
They'll look to throw again.
No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for two.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40.
Looking to put a drive together.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 79 Bronco.
Throwing his dart.
He's going to air one out.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They go play action with Dart.
Looking left side of his got Ea. That's Johnson. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
To throw, Dart.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
43 yards.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for two.
The Giants will line up.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case,
Mahomes now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
you think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Loose inside the 30. He's got room to roam.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Pacheco.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Yellow.
Toss right side to Pacheco.
Unable to claim him, he fights through. And inside the 20 before it's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Attack, attack!
11 more yards.
Attack!
That's
Yellow,
another
yellow!
Kansas City
Right on.
Chiefs.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
They'll throw again. Dart.
He's going to wind up and air it out. But we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Dart.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Michael Dana.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yellow.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
At the 8-yard line.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color. Yellow. 180. Hey, yellow, I don't go.
And here's Mahomes. is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Yellow.
They'll try and run with Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2.
Attack.
And goal.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. From the gun, Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now Dart. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. Running free at the 45. Inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 95 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal.
And now they'll shift things around.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From
Brings up second and goal at the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
one final shot. They'll look to throw. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it